Let's go ahead and get started. Thanks so much for joining us today, everyone. My name is Anna Bishop-Rarig. I lead product marketing communications for Facebook's emerging markets and global ad products. I'm joined here today with Jennifer Spies, who's our product marketing expert and who developed the product we'll speak about today, Facebook slideshows. Let's go ahead and get started. I'll hand it over to Jen.
Hi, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us today. Let's take a look at what we'll be covering today. So today we're going to go over the value of slideshows, what this product is, and some of the reasons behind why we developed it. We'll give you step-by-step instructions for what you need to create a slideshow. Then we'll walk you through how some real businesses have been using Facebook slideshows since we launched the product. And finally, we'll go over when to use which Facebook ad format for different business objectives that you may have. We'll spend about 20 minutes covering the content, and then we'll move to a Q&A. We will be able to ask questions on any of the topics we cover today. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, feel free to type them in, and we'll get to them in the Q&A period after the presentation. Great, let's jump in. So here at Facebook, one of the big trends that we've noticed is the explosion of mobile. People's use of mobile has been one of the fastest adoptions of disruptive technology in history. It's often the first people look at when they wake up and the last thing they look at when they go to sleep. This change in behavior has powered an explosion in video viewing. We see nearly 8 billion video views per day on mobile. And through this change of people shifting to mobile and watching more videos, Facebook has become really well positioned to deliver a mobile video experience that powers discovery and captures attention. So on my team, we talk to advertisers from all over the world who have witnessed firsthand the power of video advertising and the power of mobile video. But we frequently hear some feedback. Video can be challenging to produce. It's expensive, there's a long lag time, and to watch. It can cost a lot if data is expensive where you live and certain devices don't have video enabled for them. We've heard time and time again that businesses want to extend the power of video. If you're a smaller business, you need an easier, more cost-effective way to create videos. And if you're a global brand, maybe you want to extend your existing video campaign to reach people on feature phones or slower connections around the world. So based on all of this feedback, this is why we created Facebook Slideshow. Facebook Slideshow is a way to extend the power of video to more people in more places. And we're really excited about this solution as a way to drive the power of video in markets and for advertisers around the world. And here's an example of a recent slideshow that was launched by Coke in Kenya. So we're excited about slideshow because we believe that it solves key challenges for brands. First of all, easy asset creation. Slideshow lets you build a video ad from still images, or you can use our huge library of stock images to build whatever sort of slideshow that fits your business needs, even without having images. Extended reach. So slideshow can reach people wherever they are on any internet-capable device, even feature phones. So if you had video content or a video-like narrative that you wanted to reach to people on feature phones, now you can with slideshow. Thirdly, it's locally sensitive. So if you are in a market where data is very expensive or people are sensitive about watching ads and data, slideshow allows you to deliver a rich brand message without costing your audience too much on mobile data. And then lastly, customized storytelling. So slideshow is a new customizable format that can bring your story to life. There's tons of creative ways you can use this format to showcase products, to tell a narrative, to use a tutorial. We'll go into some of those. But we think that these key challenges that slideshow is solving for brands makes this a really powerful and impactful product. So your next question might be, how can I get started with building a slideshow and leveraging Facebook slideshow? So I'm going to walk you through these, and then we'll do a live demo. So first, identify an upcoming campaign that you may be running on Facebook for Facebook ads. Pick out your objective, your audience, and your budget, and then in the video section, you'll see a new button called Create Slideshow. From there, you can upload your photos that you may already have, or you can use our stock imagery provided in our stock imagery database. Lastly, you can tailor the length of the slideshow. You can select a thumbnail. You can choose if you want a fade transition, and then you click Confirm, and you purchase the slideshow just as you would any other Facebook video ad. So now we will go into a live demo, and I can show you guys what this looks like in the Facebook ads interface. Great. So for this first scenario, I'm going to use my product catalog, and let's say I am a advertiser who sells bracelets, and I don't have enough money to make a expensive video campaign about bracelets. I just want to really quickly showcase the products that I'm building. So I'm going to upload some of my product catalog and my logo in slideshow and create a slideshow to showcase my products. So going here into upload images, you can see there's the, in case I was too quick there, you can see the create slideshow button next to the upload video. You can use 3 to 7 images to do this. And here you see the toggle. You can choose to upload images. You can go to our stock image database. I'll do that in a second. Just click here on my desktop. I have the demo photos that I've saved. We'll go over best practices later as well, but one of the best practices here is to make sure that they're all the same image ratio. So I've uploaded them. Hit confirm. And here you see some ability to customize the length of a slideshow. You can choose a total length from 15, 10, 7, 5, even 3 seconds. You can also choose whether you want it to have a transition. So do you want it to fade or not? Then we hit Create Slideshow. As it's creating, you can see some guidelines here. 3 to 7 images. Try to make all of the image ratios the same. And just to highlight, as with any Facebook video ad solution, slideshow can be delivered to Instagram just like our Facebook video ads. So here we go. It spits out a preview of the slideshow for me to check out. You can see it's a 5-second version, and this will it won't loop. It's just like a video. It will autoplay in markets where autoplay is turned on, and then it will hit the end of the video. So that's one example. Let's go through using our stock image database to give you a sense of how wide that is and the sort of stuff you could do there. So let's pretend that I am, because I'm hungry and it's dinner time here, an Italian food restaurant, and I want to really quickly highlight that we are going to be serving pizzas half off on Thursdays. So I want to create a slideshow to target people who may be interested in my offer and business. You can see you can just search for keywords here really easily. I typed in Italy. I'm typing in pizza, like some salad with my pizza. And again, you can do this with up to 7 images. And really, this library is quite large. So the sky is the limit when it comes to creativity and different things you can do here. So I'm just going to pick 3 for these. I'll make the total length a bit shorter. And let's say I want it to fade in between slides. So it's creating the video. Just to be clear, the output of this is an MP4 video file, so that's why the compression speed takes a bit to create. And here we go. This is my slideshow that I've created just using our stock imagery. You can see there's a fade between the images. It's a bit slower, so really tons of room here for you to create the type of slideshow that would fit your business needs. Great, and that's the end of our live demo. Now I'm going to go into the specs of our product a bit and talk about how people have been using slideshow. So slideshow is a great way to reach your audience with the best message tailored for people's devices and people's bandwidths. Here we have Dettol is a soap company in Indonesia, and they had this beautiful, rich video campaign that was all about hand washing and good hygiene, and they made a great video ad. Lots of people in Indonesia are on phones where video is not able to be delivered. And so they wanted to extend this message that they had from their video ad using slideshow. So you can see here on the left we have an example of the video. On the right, the slideshow went through. It works on different connections, and it was a way to extend the reach of their existing video campaign across a number of devices. And another great thing about slideshow is it's fully compatible with our Nielsen and Millward Brown digital polling solutions. For larger campaigns, all of the measurement solutions that we offer for Facebook ads are also available with slideshow, mobile polling, very quick sense test on how customers are reacting to your ads. You'll be able to have those metrics with slideshow. And before we go into some more concrete example of how businesses have used slideshow, there's really a threefold and even more ways that slideshow can inspire new forms of storytelling. So we've seen, as in the Dettol soap example, people using slideshow to recreate a video narrative and extend the reach of an existing video campaign to new audiences on different types of devices. We've also seen people, as I did in my bracelet example, use it to display a product catalog in a new way very quickly and easily. We've also seen people provide tutorials with slideshow, let's say a recipe or a beauty tutorial. And so really the sky is the limit for the different types of creative storytelling you can use with slideshow. And now we'll go into some examples. So this is O Boticario's Quem Disse Bernice. It's a makeup company in Brazil, and they recently used slideshow to show a makeup tutorial in Brazil going through how to apply some eyeliner. And we're really happy with the extended reach and new creative format that they were able to achieve and utilize with slideshow. Another example of this is Coca-Cola, who reimagined a TV show trailer in Kenya and Nigeria. So Coke Studio is a really popular TV show that plays in both of these countries. Both Kenya and Nigeria have lots of people where even if you do have a phone that can play video, data can be quite expensive. So they use slideshow to reach an audience in a data-sensitive manner, and also reach people on devices who weren't enabled to watch video. And just to reiterate, both Coca-Cola and Quem Disse Bernice were really happy with the results, reached over 2 million people, and Coca-Cola had a 10% lift in ad awareness. So this was a type of ad that customers really paid attention to and stuck out in their mind. Lastly, I just want to walk through some best practices of using slideshow and walk through the differences between slideshow and some of Facebook's other ad offerings. So our creative best practices are, first, use high-resolution screenshots from an existing video or a collection of still images. So the less pixelated, the better. Second, start with 3 to 7 images, and we recommend having an image ratio of 16:9 or 4:3, and make sure all of your images have a similar image ratio. And third, just to reiterate, you can combine slideshow with any Facebook targeting, such as by device, by mobile network type, by geography, or demographic targeting. So any of our Facebook targeting solutions can be used in combination with slideshow. And lastly, just to reiterate when you should use slideshow versus other formats. So If you're an advertiser that has access to video creative assets and you're targeting an audience with strong connectivity, we recommend video ads as a best practice solution that can get you business results. If you want to highlight multiple creative assets like images, videos, or products in one place, allow your audience to click through to select ones and to perhaps have a conversion or a direct response result, we've seen great success with carousel ads that can really drive purchases, drive conversions of different product types. Slideshow is a way to launch a brand campaign to people on low-end devices or feature phones, or it's a way for advertisers to create a video or extend an existing video campaign without the hassle or expense of video production. So it's about extended reach, it's about ease of creation. So I hope that was helpful to you guys. Just to recap, Facebook slideshows are a great way to create videos without expensive video production. And slideshow lets advertisers scale videos to people on low bandwidth and feature phones. This is rolled out globally now, so you can use your own photos, you can use stock images provided by Facebook, and there's a ton of creative flexibility for how you can use slideshow. And you can use slideshow the same way that you would a video. You can deliver slideshow ads in Instagram just as video ads can be delivered there, and you can find it in CreateFlow or Power Editor. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys are as excited as we are about slideshow and hope you consider using slideshow for your next campaign. We'll pause now to jump into Q&A.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Jen. This is Anna joining again. I'll be moderating some of the questions. We already have a great set of questions from the audience, but please, if you have any questions, feel free to enter them in the question box now, and hopefully we'll have time to get to them all. So, first question. Is it possible to add audio to a slideshow?
It's currently not possible to add audio to a slideshow. It's a feature that we've definitely heard from advertisers, and we're considering, releasing on our roadmap. It's definitely coming. Not right now at the moment, though.
Got it. All right. Our next question is from Lenny. He's asking, can you add text over Facebook stock images?
Not at this time. Also something that is coming. It's on our roadmap. I think both the text and the audio are something that make it easier for businesses to tell stories, so that will likely be in the next version of slideshow that we release.
Perfect. We have a question here. Is slideshow only available for ads on Facebook?
Right now it is. It's an ads-only product, but I'm sounding like a broken record, but it's likely that in the future sometime you'll see something similar on the consumer side.
Perfect. All right, Lulu here has a question. I've had issues in the past with the 20% text rule. Does this apply to slideshow as well?
It does. So all of our slideshow ads, the 20% text rule applies on the thumbnail, but slideshow ads face the same text policy and ads policy as the other suite of Facebook ads.
Sure thing. Great. So do you have any plans to add in any other transitions besides fade?
We don't right now, but it's great feedback, and if you have more specific feedback on features you'd like to see, please get in touch get in touch with us. We'd love that feedback. Right now, we're just focused on fade.
Got it. I have a question here from David who says, you can use regular videos for one target and slideshow video for a specific target like 2G connection. Is that true?
That's correct. So right now you can use network and bandwidth targeting on Facebook. So in theory, you could serve a video ad and target it to people on 3 and 4G connections and then create a slideshow specifically for a certain type of connection.
All right, next question is from Angelo asking, can I select a time between each image?
You can. So on the left toggle bar when we were in the live demo, you could pick a time for what you wanted the entire slideshow to be. And what it does is it divides up that time amongst the images you had selected. So that toggle controls the amount of time between each image.
Got it. Another question here, is slideshow clickable the same way as link ads?
It is not. So just as a video ad, you can't click through to anything. It's not clickable.
Got it. So question here, what if after creating a campaign with specific images, I need to change one of the images or perhaps the sequence of the photos? Is that possible?
It's a great question. Right now it's not, so we'd recommend deleting your slideshow and uploading a slideshow with your corrected images. But that's also something that we're thinking about, how to make that process easier for advertisers in the future.
Great. There's a question here from Evan in relation to the example that we showed from Coca-Cola in Kenya, asking, was there a control group for that example to compare the 10% ad lift to?
There was, yeah. We worked with our Facebook measurement solutions to make sure that was statistically significant and have a control group, and just saw great results using their practices and control group. So they were very impressed by the results.
Sure. A question here from Laura on pixel size or image ratio size. Can you clarify that?
Yeah, so image ratio 16:9 or 4:3. You can find all of those specs and more on the Slideshow Help Center in Facebook's Help Center general content site. And what I mentioned about pixels was just a best practice that if you have an image that's very pixelated or grainy, people tend to respond less well to it. So the more pixels and crisper that your images look, in general, the better slideshows look and the better image ads look.
Great. Two questions here on the same topic, which is around the stock imagery provided. Can you add text overlays and then, or perhaps you could download the stock images and then add in text? Is that possible?
In theory, it would be, and so the stock image database comes from Shutterstock. So I don't see any reason why you couldn't download it or use have a text overlay on your own images and then re-upload them.
Great. Question here from Amar wondering if slideshows are workable in other languages.
They are. So they follow all of our Facebook translation solutions and guidelines. So they pretty much, the sky is the limit. They're compatible in every other language where Facebook is available.
Got it. Question from Sienna, do slideshows autoplay?
Slideshows follow the same autoplay rules as video. So if you are in a market where autoplay is turned on, slideshows will autoplay.
Great. And a question here from Amar, what is the cost of slideshows?
Great. So we generally don't give cost guidance for specific ads and always tell advertisers that the costs of their campaign should be tied to their key business objectives and KPIs. So it will vary based on your market, how many people you're trying to reach, what sort of campaign you're looking to build. Just anecdotally from the beta, we've seen lots of advertisers be really happy with the cost metrics that Slideshow has delivered them, but again, should always be tied to your specific campaign and business objectives.
Got it. Great. Lots of good questions here. I'm just trying to... Cool. Here's a good question. What bid types do you recommend for Slideshow?
Yeah, also similarly, we don't recommend specific bid types, so it should be tied to the market you're in, your business objectives, how many people you want to reach. There's no one cost or bid type. Similarly, just as a video ad or an image ad doesn't have a given cost or bid type, Slideshow will really depend based on what your campaign is and objectives.
Great. Question here from Laura, is Slideshow only available in Power Editor?
Nope, it's also available in our Ads Manager, so definitely available outside of Power Editor as well.
Great. Great question here on advice on creativity. Do you have any creative best practices or advice on what works for Slideshow?
Yeah, I think the great thing about Slideshow is we've seen advertisers be very creative, and in terms of best practices, it's really wide open. We'll be releasing case studies on best examples and slideshows that have worked really well. The Coke one that we showcased just now is something that drove great results. But in general, I think people who have been very happy with the creative results of Slideshow have used them to tell a story, like we saw in the Coke one. They've used them to do something unique, like the Brazilian makeup tutorial that we saw. or they've used them to really creatively and quickly pull together video content. So in terms of best practices, any story that connects with people is always a Facebook best practice, but really the sky's the limit for what you can do with this sort of ad format.
Wonderful. Question here from Dan, is slideshow available in the Ads API?
It is, yeah. It is available in the Ads API.
Great. Question from Juan, does the slideshow automatically repeat?
It doesn't. So like a video, at the end of your slideshow, it will stop playing. It doesn't loop or repeat.
Great. I think we have time for one more question. From Liam, can you add a call to action at the end?
Not at this time. It's something that we'll likely be rolling out over the next couple months, so stay tuned.
Perfect. With that, we're close to our half-hour mark, so I want to make sure that we wrap it up here. I want to personally thank you. This is Anna from your Facebook team. I also want to encourage you to download the attachment, the handout that we've uploaded to the webinar system. You'll also receive an email later today within the hour that will have a link to the recording as well as a link to our website, our landing page that explains more about slideshows and also has a quick how-to video if you need a refresher. Of course, you can always visit our Help Center, and I'll stay on the line here answering a few more of your questions to wrap up the day. Thanks again.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.